So we are having the famous choco pies from the PNB Choco Choco Pie Bakery, whatever. Let's just do that again.
This time we can be so free, turn our dreams into reality. There's a reason we can never let it end. We're not stopping now.
An overnight ferry from Japan delivered us to Busan, the largest city in southern South Korea. This was our last country on our round-the-world trip before heading back to Canada, and we had mixed emotions, sad to be almost done, but excited to dive into Korean culture.
We got to Busan earlier today on the ferry. We just took a bit of a chill afternoon to recover from having slept on the boat last night. Now we're walking around the night market, street market area, getting some street food, just checking out the scene. It's pretty cool. We really like it a lot.
Unlike Japan, which had so much familiar pop culture, like manga, Nintendo, and Pokemon, Korean culture was quite new to us. The food was pretty unfamiliar as well, but we loved every meal. Dad and I spent an afternoon at a massive indoor game zone called the Running Man and had a great time doing all the physical activities.
What are you doing?
Busan was one of our favorite cities. It was a bit calmer than Tokyo and Osaka, but still had plenty to see and do. We spent a few days exploring the streets and local attractions.
So we're in Korea. We're just walking down the street here, and every single shop has English names, but they're all like very weird. Like, what a rough day. Good job. So we are exploring Busan, and we're gonna get some lunch at the local food vendors. And we just saw all these shrimp and squid in the seafood section. And it's cool because they all kind of look different.
Just after a bit of a shopping afternoon, we found a street food street, trying out some deep fried chickens. These are a collection of different vegetables all mashed together and then fried, very tasty. This is a deep fried kimbap. You can see the seaweed. And yeah, it's been pretty yummy.
We explored a tiny alley, which was once home to 70 bookshops. The nearby market area was full of cool shops organized by type, like Eyeglass Alley and Clothing Alley. We love thrift shopping and found so many great deals that we had to buy another bag to carry everything home with us. The Gamcheon Culture Village is a village near Busan, which was formerly a slum, but has been transformed into a colorful and cultural tourist area. We took a bus up a short but super twisty road to the Gamcheon and spent the day exploring the narrow, winding alleys, checking out the countless shops, and taking in the sunny day from so many spectacular viewpoints.
We are in the Gamcheon Village, which is also known as the Rainbow Village. So we're going to do this kind of guided tour around the entire neighborhood.
For some reason, Koreans seem obsessed with the French book The Little Prince, and there were tons of references to it everywhere.
So one of the greatest things we've noticed about Korea in our short time being here is that there are lots of these photo booth places. So you pay a bit of money and you could choose any of these, and then you bring it into your room, which are labeled based on your background color. And then you can take maybe 3 photos and they print it out and you can keep it as a souvenir. And it's really cool, so we're gonna try it.
We found a place to stop for lunch. The sign outside said, wackiest place you'll ever be. We've got great toilets. It said, if you come in, you'll say, wow, wow, wow.
So there's a bunch of dress-up stuff, and then you're supposed to take selfies. Can you? Where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the key?
We took a high-speed train to Jeonju, which is renowned for its well-preserved Hanok village, showcasing traditional Korean architecture.
Today we're taking the train from Busan to Jeonju.
We're going to try kalguksu. It's a traditional noodle dish, noodle soup. It's a vegetable broth mixed in with egg. It has some seaweed on top, some perilla seeds, some chili powder, and then nice thin noodles. Give it a go.
We took a guided walking tour to help us interpret the significance of the architecture and strange statues called jangseong, which are like Korean totem poles. They were traditionally placed at the entrances of villages and served as protective guardians against evil spirits.
Basically, you could ask the dead woman to go out. Any woman wearing a blue jacket with a green skirt.
At a fan museum, we marveled at beautiful handmade fans which were hundreds of years old, and we took the opportunity to paint our own too.
By monk in Joseon Dynasty, monk who could not fall in love with a woman, loved woman.
So this is like a traditional Korean food, which is we've seen quite a bit here in Korea, and so it's basically like a waffle with cheese inside. And the thing is, you're supposed to. Cheese is really stretchy, so you're supposed to stretch it out before you eat it. So, oh, that looks good. These are the popular fortune-telling machines here in Korea, and you're supposed to smash them open. And there are many, many capsules, and each machine is a different year of the 12 zodiac signs. And so you're supposed to put 1 coin into your year, which my year is the year of the dragon. Don't go on a trip, there may be a dispute. Excessive greed is actually a disadvantage. Since you are talented, you will regret it if you go on a business trip. So we are having the famous choco pies from the PNB Choco Pie Makery. Yeah, so kind of like cake covered in chocolate with a little cream in between. It's really, really good.
Jeonju is also known for its food, and in particular, it's the birthplace of bibimbap, a popular Korean dish which has become our favorite Korean food. Every evening was a culinary adventure as we tried so many flavors we'd never experienced.
We're at the street food market. We're trying a Korean pancake for dinner. It has seafood in it, has some rice in it, and a bit of batter.
Motherfucker gentleman. Motherfucker gentleman. Motherfucker gentleman. 알랑가 몰라 왜 미끈해야 하는 건지 알랑가 몰라 왜
Onward to Seoul, the capital of South Korea, and the last city we'd visit on our trip. Seoul is the heart of Korean culture, which includes everything from magnificent ancient temples to modern Korean pop music, K-pop.
Come back, and they used to say like the dive the sea, or used to say, you know, in America and Europe.
We've all heard the song Gangnam Style, but didn't know that Gangnam is a district of Seoul which is known in modern times as the heart of wealth and luxury, with high-end shops and houses. We explored it on a walking tour and stopped for a picture with the famous Gangnam Style horse dance statue, which commemorates PSY's massive hit, which also propelled K-pop to the worldwide fame.
오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일 오빤 강남 스타일 강남 스타일
We spent the next day with a guide, Katie, exploring the area of the National Museum and royal palaces. We grabbed lunch at a famous Michelin-starred noodle shop, which served a variation of noodles made with wheat instead of rice.
So we're just doing a tour today with our guide, Katie. She's taking us to a famous restaurant near the Central Palace. They're really famous, Michelin-starred for their kalguksu noodles. Kalguksu is made of wheat noodles. Apparently after the Korean War, there was food shortages, and so the Americans gave the Koreans a lot of wheat flour, and so they're experimenting on how to make new foods with wheat flour, and they landed on kalguksu noodles, which have been made here in this restaurant for 70 years since then.
The historic district of Bukchon is famous for its beautiful photo-worthy streets. Tons of people rent traditional outfits to pose for photos. Although a bit cheesy, we decided to give it a go and learned about traditional Korean dress called hanbok, in particular that of the noble class who might have lived in this neighborhood 1,000 years ago. Hanbok is known for its vibrant colors and elegance. It is still worn on special occasions, and it consists of a jeogori, a jacket, and a chima, a skirt for women, and jeogori, pants, for men. Men also wear a wide-brimmed hat called a gat, which is a symbol of status and dates back to the Joseon dynasty from the 1400s to the 1900s.
We actually went down
I know you did.
my mouth.
We worked up our appetites again and explored the Myeongdong night market, one of the largest markets in Seoul, where you can apparently get just about anything.
끝이 나고서야 깨닫는 걸 널 너무 모르고 네 맘도 모르고 네가 나에게서
We braved a plate of sanakji, which is octopus, typically chopped into small pieces and served immediately with the tentacles still wriggling on the plate and in your mouth.
Sanaki, and it's octopus that has just nicely been prepared. Still twitching a little bit with the acetic acid, the lemon. All right, thank you for your service, little octopus.
Potatoes, but they
Little suckers are sticking to the plate.
What do you think?
I'm chewing it so it doesn't stick to me.
The tentacles were seasoned with sesame oil and salt. Actually not too bad, once you get past the egg factor.
I turned 43 a week ago, and this is my birthday surprise. We are doing a tour of Alpaca World, followed by Edventure Bridge up in the mountains, and then a luge run down one of the mountainsides. Pretty excited.
Alpaca World is a petting zoo which starts each day with a huge stampede of cuteness, which was good for a few laughs.
So far at Alpaca World, we have seen, of course, the alpacas. Then we went to get some experience with birds, and that was fantastic. I had 9 of them on my hand at once. And then we went to the capybaras, squirrels, and fennec foxes. And then we went to see some goats and a bunch of other things. And now we're at the rabbits, and I've been enjoying my time. These vending machines are everywhere, and they have all the food of the animal that you are feeding in the exhibit that it's there.
So we are just going up this way and cross the work suspension bridge and come back here again. And it takes about more than 1 hour. And
We've just arrived at a little local mountain hiking area, and there's 2 big suspension bridges. We're just heading to the first one, and we've reached the halfway point of the climb. It's all stairs.
289 stairs. So far.
The Gamaksan suspension bridge is the largest in Korea at 150 meters and afforded us some fantastic views of the area.
For our last thing of the day, we're going to do a road luge, and it's basically kind of like go-karting down a mountain or something. It's the longest one in South Korea, so we've got to try it.
Before we begin, I'd like to give you some instructions. Check your helmet strap. Make sure that helmet
Just finished the luge run. It was a lot of fun. Kind of wishing I went a little bit faster. It was 2.5 kilometers, but it went by really quickly.
It was quite hard to control, and it was all made of plastic, but yes, it was fun. It was really fun. So this is yakwa. It's a traditional South Korean candy. It's made with wheat, honey, and sesame. It's been made since the 600s. It's chewy. It's also crunchy. 9.5.
So today I decided to take our last day in Korea and take a trip up to the infamous demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. I guess you get to see a bit of a glimpse of North Korea and learn a little bit about the history of the Korean War and the very strange so-called hermit kingdom, as it's known. So I guess this is the reason for the trip. We're at the observatory overlooking North Korea. Over here we see the tallest flagpole in the world, which is the North Korean flag flying. And through the binoculars over here, you can kind of have a quick glimpse at the lives of some North Koreans. It feels a bit like a human zoo, you know, humans watching other humans, but it is a unique enough and strange enough place in the world that I thought it would be worth checking it out.
Dad used to train in the Korean martial art of Taekwondo, so he popped into the headquarters of the World Taekwondo Federation, known as the Kukiwon. He got to witness a world-famous demonstration team in action.
It's our last night in Korea, and of course, we're having Korean barbecue. Need to use some juices. How is this place? Flying back to Canada today. First step is taking a 15-minute train to the airport. Then we're gonna go to security and hang out in the lounge for a bit. Then we're gonna get on our 12-hour plane back to the US. After that, we're gonna switch planes. Dad's gonna go to Toronto, we're gonna go to Winnipeg, and then we'll be there.
So we are at Incheon Airport in Seoul, and the whole airport is super nice and modern, and there's almost no people here. And so we just went through customs and security and everything in like less than 10 minutes, and now we're in our airport lounge, and there's tons of food and amenities.
So we're about to get on our 12-hour flight to Minneapolis, where we're going to be connecting to Winnipeg. And that is our plane right there. It's a Delta Airlines.
We had such mixed emotions. After 4 years of travel across 37 countries, we were back in Canada to see our family and friends and settle down in a house. What an adventure.
Shopping in the secondhand markets.
The Running Man in Busan.
My favorite Korean food, bibimbap.
Taking interesting walking tours.
All the cute little animals at Alpaca World.